Hello, thank you for joining me for this month's recap of some of the federal regulatory items that Continuity's Regulatory Operations Center processed during the month of April. I'm Donna Cameron. I am one of Continuity's senior regulatory compliance experts, and I have a list of things to share with you today. Again, these are things that our Regulatory Operations Center received during the month of April and processed and analyzed for our clients. So first of all, I'm going to start with an item from FinCEN. Once again, they have renewed that geographic targeting order that has been around for several years now. This one is directed at title insurance companies who participate in real estate purchases for cash. So there are certain geographies in the United States that this order targets. And if cash purchases happen in those areas, then the title insurance company is required to file a CTR with FinCEN. This GTO was scheduled to expire in April. They extended it for another 6 months, so it now will expire in October. They also, again, expanded the geographies that are covered, and they now include Litchfield County in Connecticut and several counties in Colorado. So if you are a title insurance company or you work with them, make sure you are aware that this order has been extended and expanded. From the FTC, we had a proposal related to its negative option rule, and they are proposing to extend the rule's coverage to all types of negative option plans, as well as all types of media that are currently used to market or offer these plans. In that proposal, they would like comments by June 23rd. From the NCUA, we had a request for your input on climate change. They would like to know about current or future climate-related risks, both to credit unions and to the National Credit Union Share Insurance Fund. They are looking at input to help them decide whether they need to develop any guidance or regulations, whether they should be requiring reporting from credit unions. So they would like to hear from you on that subject by June 26th. We had from the CFPB, the FDIC, the Federal Reserve, the NCUA, and the OCC, so basically all of the federal regulatory agencies, they issued a joint statement on reminding you that LIBOR, US LIBOR, is going away at the end of June, and that you need to be transitioning any remaining LIBOR-based contracts to some other index. They expect that that is going to be done as soon as possible. This is one of many reminders they have issued. So make sure if you do still have any of those contracts that you are actively working on getting them transitioned away from LIBOR. From the FDIC, we had some guidance on overdraft fees, and this guidance specifically addresses those instances where a transaction is authorized positive, but then settles negative, and the consumer is hit with an overdraft fee, even though at the time of the transaction, they thought that their account was positive. So the FDIC wants you to know that doing this may make you subject to a charge of unfair activity under both the Dodd-Frank's UDAP provisions and the FTC's UDAP provisions. So take a look at your processing of those types of transactions. And then from the OCC, we also had some guidance on overdraft protection programs. This had to do with the risks that are associated with these programs, and specifically with the OCC, they also are looking at those authorized positive, settled negative transactions. They also included in this guidance the issue of represented items and those representment fees that you might be charging. So they too wanted you to know that these types of activities are risky to you and that they will be looking at them. And then we also had from the CFPB an advisory opinion. to make it clear that the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and Regulation F prohibit a debt collector from suing or threatening to sue a consumer to collect what is called a time-barred debt. And that is a debt where the statute of limitations has expired. Debt collectors may not, down the road after that expiration, try to collect those debts, and they may not sue or threaten to sue the consumer. That would be a violation of Regulation F. And lastly, from NACHA, we had 9 different proposed amendments to their operating rules. 7 of these proposals are related to ACH credit risk management, and 2 are related to debit risk management. And then in addition to that, they had a request for information on 4 other topics. So the 9 proposals would like comments by June 16th. And then on the request for information on the other 4 topics, they would like comments by June 30th. So lots going on with NACHA these days. That is it for April. I hope that you find these briefings helpful, and I will look forward to talking with you in a month.